Quite recently, the Asbury University leadership announced that the public phase of the outpouring would end. So there had been a lot of logistical problems, not only for the university, but for the whole town. And I saw some news report about the police in Wilmer having communication with the university that we need to do something. I've also seen pictures of these road signs telling people to go back to not enter the town because it was too packed. And so obviously this has made a lot of people quite disappointed. Some have accused the university leadership for shutting down the revival or shutting down God's work. What are your comments on that?
I wasn't happy when I heard that it was going to be the public phase was going to be closing, but at the same time, when I heard the explanation, I understood why it was necessary. And then I mentioned something about it on my personal Facebook page, and somehow it got quoted in the media in such a way that I start getting messages from people who say, "You're calling for the revival to be shut down." It was like, I'm not. I was just reporting, I was just saying this is the plan. But anyway, I got quoted out of context. They weren't trying to shut down the outpouring of the Spirit. They were trying to say, okay, this started among students. It was about the students. The university wasn't trying to broadcast it. It got out. Some of us were posting on Facebook, but then once it hit the media. Now I think that was good in a way because it spread. It started happening on other campuses. People would come and they would take it back what they experienced. But God isn't limited to a place. It's not like this can only happen at Asbury University. And I think that was part of the point, was you don't need to come here to get this. God is wherever you are. You may feel God's presence more here, but you worship the Lord. You see what God is going to do in your place. You don't have to, it's like, I think people were coming and trying to get their candle in the fire and take the candle back, and that's great. But the town has 6,000 residents, goes down by about a third during the summer as a college town. And sometimes there were twice as many visitors as there were residents. And that alone might not be a problem, but there were far more people in town at that point than there were toilets. There's certain logistical issues, and so they got some temporary toilets and so on that they put in. But people were all across the front lawn. It was beautiful. I mean, people were just worshiping outside. We had the overflow in all the chapels, 1,500 could be at the University Chapel. The seminary chapels could hold 1,000. Plus, they opened up the seminary gymnasium, the seminary cafeteria, the local Christian church, the local Baptist church, the Methodist/Vineyard church, which meet together at different times. So, I mean, there was between the overflow spaces, there was enough space that they could accommodate people. Although the main auditorium, they had to cycle people through, encourage them, after you've been here a couple hours, please make room for other people so we can get everybody through. I think they got everybody through, at least, with the overflow spaces. I certainly felt the Lord's Spirit in the overflow space at Estes Chapel at the seminary when I was there. But, it happened at Lee University campus. I heard of a stirring at Samford, which is a Baptist campus. Lee is Pentecostal. So, it happened in a number of other campuses. And without making news, I know it's also happened on other campuses where I've been in the past where it happened. But again, just for a few days at a time. But I mean, those days were life-changing for me.